Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, I cheer for the Cincinnati Bengals and I am a rookie on the team this year. I'm super excited to post my first video and just give you guys a little bit of tryout tips during this football season so that you can prepare for NFL tryouts in the future. And even if you're not trying out, this can just give you a little heads up of what to expect. So today I'm going to give you my 5 tips that I wish I knew when I was trying out for NFL cheerleading or pro cheerleading in general. I came from a collegiate cheer background and a high school cheer background, so it was a lot of stunting, tumbling, not really a lot of dance, and I would say that pro style cheerleading is basically all dance, no tumbling or stunting, but they do have teams that do that. Personally, my team does not do that for the Cincinnati Bengals. My number 1 tip is going to be go back to basics. So a lot of people think that you need to have all these tricks for tryouts. I personally thought that I needed an aerial, and we never do aerials. I would say you need a double turn, a regular leap. You could do a side leap, a lot of battements and kicks, fans, and a lot of people don't know that you need to do a kick line. So I had never done a kick line, and I highly advise going back to basics and just doing straight kicks, straight double turns, straight leaps, and the basics you would learn in a normal dance class. Pro coaches aren't looking for you to have the coolest tricks in the dance world. They're looking for someone that's dependable and can do all the basics on a steady structure. Also, you need to be stretching and have a lot of flexibility to do all the basics in a dance class. So that's my number 1 tip. My second tip would be to do your research. There's a big difference between the basketball side of pro cheer and the football side of pro cheer. Basketball is a lot of like hard-hitting hip-hop, things you would see at a dance competition, I would say. And for football, we do a lot of jazz, kind of a sharper hip-hop, and a lot of palm motions and the pro-style motions. You need to do your research and figure out which one fits your style. Another part of that is do research on the specific team you're trying out for. So even if I'm trying out for football, there's a big difference between our style of dance and the Raiders or the Jaguars or the Miami Dolphins. I did a lot of research on what to wear, how to do my hair, how to do my makeup, and just the overall look of the cheerleaders so that when I showed up for the clinics, I fit in and I looked like I was a part of the team. Again, I highly advise doing your research because once you try out for that team, if you do make it, it is a job and your life will revolve around it. You need to love the city that you're in, the atmosphere, the environment of the team, and make sure that you're going to be a good fit for those girls. Moving on to number 3. This one really isn't talked about enough, but you need to train like an athlete. A lot of people say dance and cheer aren't sports, but I promise you, you will get injured and you won't be able to keep up with the stamina and the strength that comes with it if you're not doing these intense training. Personally, I really like to strength train, but then I also like to do a split of some HIIT workouts, a lot of cardio because dance is cardio, and there's no better way to practice than to just run the dances, specifically in the heat because you wouldn't expect it to be so hot, but once you're dancing outside on the football field, it's going to add 10 degrees, you're going to be sweating, and you need to learn how to adapt to the atmosphere you're in. So for my girlies trying out, make sure you're practicing outside in the heat. Do some HIIT workouts. You can easily look up what to do on TikTok, just HIIT style workout or cheer style workout, and just do those in your backyard. For cardio, I really love to do the Stairmaster, or I like to do an incline walk just because it's a little more low impact than running, but a lot of the girls on the team do like to run. Personally, I'm just not a runner. Anything where you can really hit that zone 2 cardio would be a great fit for training to be a pro athlete. My number 4. This is gonna be appearance and presentation. I know I touched on makeup and hair a little bit, but if you want to be on a team, you need to look like you're already on the team when you first meet the coaches. Put in that effort to really do your hair, do your makeup. I bought a cheap bra off Amazon and I bedazzled it myself to save some money. I even researched what earrings they wear and I ordered some little studs on Amazon, and it just really put me over the edge. I feel like I had an extra step above others who didn't show up in a full face of makeup or full glam. That could just be because it made me feel confident that day, but either way, it made my dancing a little more confident. Back to the presentation aspect, I reached out to some girls on Instagram that I saw were Bengal cheerleaders, and I asked them what to expect for tryouts. So for prelims, I was wondering what we would kind of do at that first practice, because I wanted to prepare when I was practicing on my own, leaving the regular cheer world. So for prelims, I remember one of the girls told me across the floor, and I have not done an across the floor since probably middle school. So that definitely helped me, and it would help you too. Another girl had told me that in semis we would learn some choreo, and you need to be able to pick up choreography very, very, very quickly. Everything is very fast paced, so if you're not good at picking up choreography, you probably need to practice that or get into a class where you can pick it up from a choreographer. To summarize all that, I just felt really confident when I showed up because I had been practicing the things that you were going to do in the tryout, and it really set me up for success. A lot of the girls only thought about the dancing portion of the tryout, but because I did my research and asked the girls what kind of things I needed to present, I knew that there was going to be an interview portion which I could prepare myself for. For the interview, you don't know what's going to be asked, but you can practice your speech and your delivery so that when you're in that really high energy, very anxious situation, you know that you can stay composed and handle the pressure. I practiced in my mirror with my mom. I even called a couple family members to practice over the phone. That leads into my next and final tip, which is tip number 5. This is to show your personality and energy over perfection. For the interview portion and just showing up to clinics and tryouts, you need to really show your personality because I would say 60% of the recruiting process / tryout process is who you are as a person. You know, they're not going to want someone that's going to represent them and be very down all the time and talk negatively and can't really deliver a speech to the public because we work a lot with the public in our community. They want someone that's going to be confident and knows what to say and quickly how to say it. I say energy over perfection because no one can pick up choreography that you learned within an hour or 30 minutes and deliver it perfectly at a tryout. You're nervous, you know, all these girls and athletes around you are amazing, and some of them are more talented than you, but you have that energy and that sparkle, and cheerleading is really about sparkle. So if you can just keep up, show who you are, and be sharp, and have that extra oomph, you're gonna stand out. Every time you do it on across the floor, it's not gonna be perfect. I've fallen out of a double turn, I've kicked and my foot has been flexed, but I keep going across the floor and I put that extra sass when I'm doing my walks, or give that extra hair flip and a big smile to keep going across the floor so that they know that you're really confident. I just want to end this by saying you need to show up like you're meant to be there. Once you show up to the first clinic or practice, you'll know if this is meant to be your home and if this is meant for you. Even if you're not the most confident person in everyday life, you need to show up to the tryout like you're meant to be there. You deserve to wear the uniform and you've worked as hard as everyone else. They may have natural talent, but you can work hard and gain that too. Have fun with it. Show a little style and just be you. All that being said, thank you for watching this video and coming to my channel. Let me know if you guys have any other questions or want to see any other NFL cheer content from me. Bye, I love you. Happy game week.